Slava Isusu Christu. Glory be to Jesus Christ. Last Sunday we commenced reading the post-Pentecost Matthew cycle of readings. We will read the Gospel of Matthew from the first Sunday after Pentecost, last Sunday, until the 17th Sunday after Pentecost, with a couple of exceptions for major feasts. Last week, when we opened Matthew at around the middle section, we got a dose of Matthew's instructions for missionary work. But today we do the chronological thing. We turn to an earlier section near the beginning for our cycle of readings. Of course, we omit the Infancy Narratives. They are saved up for the Christmas season. It's good to note a couple of points about Matthew here. Matthew is the longest Gospel with 28 chapters and about 1,000 verses. It's also noteworthy that Matthew is the only Gospel to mention explicitly the church. This occurs in chapter 18. He's very much a theologian of the church, as we will see. In Matthew's account, he tells us the meaning of Jesus' life, death, and resurrection. We have a portrait of Jesus whose birth is divine, whose ministry is His will. Simultaneously, Jesus is also human. In today's account, Matthew is concerned with discipleship. He calls two pairs of brothers, Simon Peter and Andrew, and James the son of Zebedee and John, to follow him. The personality of Jesus exudes great magnetism and even a sense of humanity demonstrated by the comment about fishing for human beings. There's humour in this. But ask Christians today what they mean by faith in Jesus. For many, it means simply belonging to the church, reciting the creed, abiding by Catholic morality, and fulfilling the rules. In early Christian communities, people would have answered that being Christian means following Jesus. Christians are people who build their lives around walking in Jesus' steps. Nowadays, we need to remind ourselves what following Jesus does mean. It means being inspired by Him to continue in our own time responsibly the passionate work that He and the people around Him began, taking on the great attitudes that gave meaning to what He considered important, defending the cause He defended, seeing people as He saw them, loving people as He loved them, trusting the Father as He did. There is a challenge in this reading indeed for us today. The challenge is this. It comes in the form of a question. Who are we following in our lives? What messages do we hear? Who are our leaders? What causes do we defend? Can we go on doing these things the same way, over and over, and still be Christians? That is, followers of Jesus Christ. Pope Francis must have been thinking of these words and others when he put together an instruction, an apostolic letter really. And in that letter, Evangelii Gaudium, we have a little section called the Church's Missionary Transformation. The Holy Father was instructing us on how to live the Gospel of Matthew in today's age. These are his words. Let us go forth then. Let us go forth to offer everyone the life of Jesus Christ. Here I repeat for the entire church what I have often said to the priests and to the laity of Buenos Aires. I prefer a church which is bruised, hurting and dirty because it has been out on the streets, rather than a church which is unhealthy from being confined and from clinging to its own security. I do not want a church concerned with being at the center and which then ends by being caught up in a web of obsessions and procedures. Think about it. Following Jesus is a challenge. Are we up for it? Glory be to Jesus Christ.
Pромовмо, вишивши, душивши, мешинаши, промовмо.